In this lesson, we are going to be talking about mean and mode, but I actually want to start the lesson with a conversation about Kleenex. Now, when we talk about statistics or probability, one of the words that we use a lot is the word average. Now, the word average has become used in English the same way that the word Kleenex has. So Kleenex is actually a brand name of tissues that we use to blow our nose or wipe our face. There are lots of different brands though, and so Kleenex has done a very good job, and they have sort of taken over the market. So when you look and that someone says, oh, can you pass me a Kleenex? It doesn't matter what brand it is, you know exactly what they're asking. Average is kind of the same thing. So the word average has one specific meaning, but we actually associate it with a different meaning altogether. And so we're going to talk about that as we go through here. So questionnaires, experiments, databases, and the internet are used to collect data. These data collected can be displayed in tables and graphs, which can be used to make predictions. In this lesson, we will learn ways to describe all of the numbers in a data set, or all the numbers we collect when we collect data. So Alira surveyed 4 friends on the number of first cousins each has. To find a number that best represents the number of cousins, Alira used linking cubes. So Kinta has 3, Orana has 4, Iluka has 4, and Atunga has 9. When I use the word mean, it is a number that represents the center of a set of numbers. So one way to find the mean is to rearrange the cubes to make rows of equal length. So you can see I still have the same colors, but we've rearranged Atunga's cousins or tiles to make sure that everybody has an equal number. So there are 5 cubes in each row, which means that the number of first cousins, the mean number, is 5. When we make equal rows or columns, the total number of cubes does not actually change. So this is one way to calculate the mean. Another way is using algebra or using symbols. And so what we do is we're going to take the number of cubes in each row, so 3, 4, 4, and 9, and we're going to add these numbers together. So 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 9 is equal to 20. And then we divide by the number of rows, which was 4. We had 4 people. 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. So the mean is 5. This is something that in everyday conversations we often call the average. But it does have this very specific label, which is the mean. Average actually refers to a collection of different things that we're going to learn about in this next unit. The mode is the number that occurs most often. To find the mode, we figure out which number occurs the most often. So in Alira's data, the number 4 occurs twice. So the mode is 4 cousins because 2 people have 4 cousins. So the more people that you have, we're just looking for what number do we have show up the most amount of times. Each of the mean and the mode is a measure of central tendency. We say the word average to describe a measure of central tendency. An average is a number that represents all numbers in a set. So we have the mean and the mode, which are both averages and measures of central tendency. And in our next lesson, we're going to learn about the median and the range. And so those are also measures of central tendency. Median is also an average. So when we use the word average normally, it's not used accurately. What we should be talking about is the mean. So something else to note is that in a set of data, there may be no mode. So if every single person has a different answer, then there would be no mode, or there may be more than one mode. So if we had 2 people that had 4 cousins and 2 people that had 9 cousins, we would have 2 modes, 4 and 9. So here are Ira's practice times in seconds for the 100-meter backstroke. 121, 117, 123, 115, 117, 119, 117, 120, and 122. It asks us to find the mean and the mode. Now, you could take out tiles and rearrange them. I'm sure that you do not want to work with this many tiles. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this symbolically. To find the mean, we're going to add every single one of these numbers up, which gives us 1,071. And then we're going to divide by the total number of times she swam the 100-meter backstroke. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So 1,071 divided by 9 is 119. So her mean practice time is 119 seconds. The mode is the practice time that occurs the most often. So 117 occurs 3 times, 1, 2, 3 across the data. There are no other repeating ones, but we would go for the one that repeats the most. And so the mode is 117 seconds. I have some practice questions for you here. The answers are under mean and mode in the back of the book if you are looking. The link to the textbook is below. If you have any issues, please let me know.